Alright, hey guys, Pax, welcome back to another Pokemon Pocket video. As the title states, it's going to be a Mega Altaria EX deck showcase. We have the Majestic, just Fairy Bird right here. A ton of fun. This deck has amazing synergy. You're going to be outdrawing your opponent, especially with the addition of the new Eevee, which makes Sylveon EX a little bit better. This is the deck right here. I'll explain more how to use it later on in the video, but ideally, you want to either lead with Sylveon EX or Giratina EX, and then towards the middle to late game, sub in Mega Altaria EX and just sweep from there. If you guys are new to my channel, I highly suggest liking and subscribing. It really does help me out tremendously. And without further ado, let's get right in to the deck showcase. Alright, here we are in our first battle. We are going first. We are also going against the Mega Blaziken EX solo deck. And again, if you guys are in my deck showcases, how these deck showcases usually go, I'm going to do these 3 battles. First battle is a solo battle just to get the feel for a deck. Next 2 are PvP. Could be a little bit better, but this is fine. We can get Swablu out as well as Eevee. This Eevee is pretty good, the new Eevee, because of its ability right here. Boosted evolution. As long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, it can evolve during your first turn or the turn you play it. In other words, if I wanted to, I could just evolve with this Sylveon. And we shall see. I might eventually, but ideally I do want to get Sylveon EX out just to maximize my energy. Yeah, for now, just end my turn. And if you're questioning why I'm running the Sylveon EX, it's primarily to deal with Oricorio, because every other Pokemon here, the majority of them are EXs. So if you do run into the Nightmare Bird Oricorio, then yeah, Sylveon will deal with that. Perfect, not that bad. We have Giratina here as well, just in case if you want to kind of use them as a wall. Also, we are using Psychic, so Giratina EX will get built up far more faster than other color archetypes. So yeah, just evolving into Mega Altaria. Amazing art, dude. Who made this? Whoever made this, props to them. Susumu Meya. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Yeah, they really did cook with that art. Perfect, not that bad. So at this point, just you want to be kind of aggressive with the Sylveon, just do that. And might as well, yeah, it's Broken Space Bellow. So yeah, ideally you want to get this guy fed. After he dies, sub in Mega Altaria, and just sweep from there. Alright, opponent is getting pretty lucky. Pulling out the Entei. Entei is getting built. But okay. Mega Blaziken is out. Rather scary, but we shall see how this Altaria will deal with it, the Mega. So perfect, we got another Eevee. And also keep in mind, with the ability, it only works in the active spots. So as you can see, I can't use it right now. Okay, yeah, very straightforward. So I'm just gonna do this. Next turn, to start feeding Mega Altaria. Also using Flame Patch, interesting. Okay, so yeah, just getting all out. Pretty unfortunate. Sylveon EX is knocked out. Hopefully we can get a Mars, because it's ultimately up to RNG now, if he has a Cyrus. So we are kind of forced to lead with Giratina right here, tanking a little bit up until this guy can finally get fully built. So this is perfect. We have a Mars, so we use Mars and just hope he doesn't have a Cyrus, and we should be good. Yeah, perfect. I'm just gonna Citrus Berry, just prep for next turn. Just do this. Mars down to 1 card, and just do that. Yeah, just Giratina being an absolute wall yet again. All right, yeah, attacking. This is rather scary, but keep in mind, once Blaziken dies, then we win. So this doesn't matter. We fail it, but we are gonna sub out. All right, very scary. So it all comes down to if he has a Cyrus, which he has only 1 card, which is why, again, Mars can get pretty good value with this deck. Do this, doing 130. So there's a high chance that I can just 2-hit KO this guy. All right, here we go. We are in the end game. This is where it all matters. So we just do Mega Harmony. Okay. And we have 130. If he Lilies, then he's going to be at 140, which is why, I mean, if you want, you could run a... Ooh, boy. Okay, that is scary, but we have another Altaria right here. The good thing he didn't Cyrus. All right, so he just subs into another Blaziken. Just very scared at this point, but we do have Cyrus, so it's GG. And yeah, that's essentially what this deck is down to. Like, it's a bit of RNG, but at the same time, if you can get this fully built super fast, then yeah, you can just dominate your opponent. It's going to feel so satisfying, because yeah, Megas, you get instantly 3 points. As you can see, I have no points. He has 2. He's about to win. But guess what? 130, Mega Harmony. Just harmoniously knocking out this Blaziken. Look at that. That is pretty satisfying to see. Just 3 points altogether. And yeah, with that being said, we shall see how this deck performs in PvP. Alright, here we are in PvP. We are going first. Ooh, pretty scary, man. This is pretty rough because, okay, we are going first. Keep in mind, Eevee only has 50 HP. Since this guy's going second, this Eevee might be dead. Oh boy, Hitmonchan, yeah. This guy is going to be a monster against this guy. So with that being said, please give us a Sylveon. Oh gosh, okay, this is the main issue for this deck, is that if you get a pretty bad hand like this, it's GG. I mean, yeah, he surely won't hit a innocent Eevee, right? I guess not. Okay, GG. Okay. That's the main downside, that if you do get a bad hand and you can't get your bench like built, then yeah, you're gonna run into issues. But and yeah, it's ultimately up to RNG. next battle. All right, next battle, we are going first. Leading with Eevee, but this is amazing because finally we can just maximize its ability right here using Sylveon EX. This is their first turn. Not bad, looking somewhat promising. Let's do this, evolve into Sylveon. It feels so weird just evolving your first turn. It feels like you're kind of cheating, but yes, this is the way of the game right here. Perfect. Next turn, we can just use this Sylveon, get more cards. For now, pretty much just end our turn, and then hopefully he doesn't red card or Mars us. Okay, all he does is feed Entei, Professor's Research, ends his turn. Alright, this high chance this will be a Swablu, because that's all we pretty much need. Perfect, okay, nice. Rather slow. Ideally for this deck, you do want to go second, pretty much. But this is good. We can maximize Sylveon. Yeah, drawing a lot of cards. How many cards are we at? We are at 5 cards now. Okay, next turn we're going to be at 2 cards. He is 11. So using this deck, you're always going to pretty much outdraw your opponent, depending on your RNG, but more than likely you will be. Might as well just Citrus Berry. And then end our turn. If you guys don't know, Citrus Berry, new Poke Tool. At the end of each turn, if the Pokemon this card is attached to has half of its maximum HP or less remaining, heal 30 damage from it. If you do, discard this card. As I'm talking, he does Iono, which doesn't really mess us up that much. I guess messes us up a little because we don't have a Professor's Research, but otherwise, you can get some pretty good value nevertheless. Alright, yeah, screw it. I'm just gonna PC Lady. Might as well. I'm just gonna do this, making sure that Sylveon's guaranteed to survive. At this point, just keep on shipping with the Sylveon. At this point, might as well place another Swablu out just to maximize Mega Altaria. And I have 4 more cards. He has 9. Pretty much, yeah, just outdrawing my opponent. I could Mars eventually, but most of the time, I'm kind of thinking towards the late game. Once my opponent has 2 points, so that they are just down to 1. He does red card, but it doesn't really mess us up that much. I mean, Cyrus is pretty good. We were at 4 cards, though, so we got another Mega Altaria. Okay, that could mess us up. So he got Chandelure out. Once during your turn, you may discard the top card of your opponent's deck. We are at 5 cards. We lost Sylveon. Okay, that's like the worst. That's like the best thing we could lose. Okay, so perfect. So he does attack Sylveon. Sylveon's just clinging onto life. At this point, start feeding this Mega Altaria. This Repellus has been always in our hand this whole time. Could help us out tremendously, especially later on. We also have Cyrus now. Perfect. So at this point, yeah, very straightforward. Just keep on shipping this Entei. Chandelure can definitely mess you up, but I feel like at this point, we are pretty much set. We have all the cards that we need. These last 3 cards, one of them is a Professor's Research. Hey, there he is. There he is. Okay, Professor's gone. Nice, he does leave, but again, we have Cyrus. Yeah, Sylveon does die. Very unfortunate, but it still works out. I was kind of playing for this Mega Altaria. Okay, we need a Giratina. I feel like that's perfect. Last card, I honestly forgot what the card is, but we can just maximize Mega Altaria right here, doing 130. And with that, we can just Cyrus and just attack. A bit of overkill, but nevertheless, Mega Altaria just absolutely dominating. And there's really nothing he could do. I mean, attacking with Chandelure, it's gonna take him 3 turns to knock out this mega absolute monster of a bird. Oh, last card is a Mars. Okay, yeah, Mars is gone. Pretty unfortunate. I feel like that card could have helped us out a lot as well. But okay, yeah, we're just gonna chill like this. This is kind of scary. He has 2 more cards. I wonder if he's running Cyrus, because he can definitely win with Cyrus. I probably should have saved our Cyrus for later on, because look at that, 10 HP. But I believe, man, as long as he doesn't have a Cyrus, we pretty much won. Why was this battle oddly intense? I have no idea. So at this point, if I want to, I can just, might as well, just sub in the other Altaria, same thing. Okay, so he does attack with Chandelure. This guy I just subbed out. This is really up to RNG now. If he has a Cyrus, okay. If his deck has a Cyrus, then he wins. If not, then, okay, interesting. He doesn't have a Cyrus. So, okay. This is gonna be an extra long battle. At this point, I might as well start feeding the Sylveon right here, just in case. Sure, this very straightforward. GG. Yeah, damn. Okay. This has been very interesting matchup so far. Yeah, I feel like for this deck, you might have battles like this, but more than likely, you're gonna have somewhat fast to like, not really that long of a battle. Like, I feel like this kind of dragged on for way too long. What's the problem here, man? Again, for this deck, you want to go second, but it really depends on you. A bit of confirmation bias, but I feel like most of the times I go first, and it's really not helping out in this situation. But on the bright side, it's pretty good to do this. Just evolve right into Sylveon EX. Perfect. Not the worst, but could be a little bit better. Next time we can get Mega Altaria out. For now, just end our turn. Damn, does red card us, but it could help us out a little bit, especially if we can get something that could help us, but we didn't. Okay. And he does that as well, just messing us up a little bit more. Okay, nice. Yeah, again, it's ultimately up to RNG, but we're just gonna chill like... Sure, we're gonna chill like this, man. Lead with Sylveon EX. Okay, Swablu is dead. Damn. Alright, there's a chance we lose this, but at the same time, there's a chance we win this. This is... Ultimately, just up to RNG. So we attack. Magcargo does 150 damage around the board. If he hits the Sylveon twice, then it's GG. However, if he hits his Giratina twice, then we basically won. Alright. GG. Next battle. One more battle. That's... What is this? This is supposed to be a Mega Altaria deck showcase and we just can't get this guy out. Yeah, that's Magcargo in a nutshell. I feel like I have like a 90% win rate against this guy. Like more often than not, when I go up against him, I just win. Like it's not really that intimidating to me, but yeah, that's Sylveon. That's Sylveon EX in a nutshell. This absolute GOAT, I guess. Going second. What is this hand? Okay, he's using Electric. So we have to leave with Sylveon to deal with the Oricorio if he uses that card. Alright, evolving right into Jolteon Ex. This might not be good for us. Yeah, this is gonna be very annoying because Giratina is gonna take damage every time he gets fed. And looking at our hand... Okay. I'm recording this at 2:40 AM. This is what you see. Around 3 AM if you're playing this game. This is what you're gonna see. Literally every evolution I have in this deck, and that's it. All right, might as well just PC Lady. This is Giratina. He has his friends right here. Yeah, this is a Giratina plus his friends. His friends are here to support him, support his endeavors. Just might as well just ability and just end my turn at this point. I have no idea what's going on, man. He has the power of friendship. His friends here are cheering him on as he gets massacred by this Jolteon. All right, we have Professor right here. Might as well, man. Professor, what can you give me? Can you give me trainers? Got an Eevee, perfect. At this point, I don't... Okay, I honestly screw it. I'm gonna do one more battle because this is just freaking... I don't know what's going on here, but you know what, Giratina, take it away, man. Just, you do you. I could play a long game, but at this point, there's really nothing I could do, man. He has 5 cards. Granted, I do have Mars. I could play off of that. But at the same time, I mean, yeah, this is... I mean, this is casual battle. I don't really care that much, but just look at my hand, man. That's like, what are the chances of getting this many evolution cards? All right, last battle, man. Gosh, dude. I mean, this deck is fun, but I feel like we're just getting pretty bad RNG. Like, again, what are the chances of that previous battle, like me getting those cards? Like my third, fourth turn, only Giratina, and then like all my evolutions, all my Mega Altaria. Hand is rather promising. Again, kind of. You ideally do want to get Mega Altaria, like at least Swablu out as fast as possible, but this is fine. Going second is good because you get to attack a lot faster for now and our turn. Alright, bro is sacrificing his baby. Cleffa does use Twinkly Call, but I do have Mars, so at this point I could just Mars him to mess him up a little bit. And yeah, I might as well just do that. Messing him up a little bit, just hoping we can get Altaria out, because I don't know why, it's just so hard to get this majestic, fluffy pillow bird. He's playing the long game, he definitely is. This is very unfortunate, but we do have PC Lady, so... Gosh, dude. What am I looking at here? This game is really taunting me, man. Got 2 Mega Altarias, we can't get him out. At this point, just start feeding this Eevee. Gosh, I'm tempted to Sylveon this one, but I want to kind of maximize the other Sylveon. So, with that being said, I'm just going to chill like this, man. At this point, can you please just... I would appreciate if you red card me at this point. Because I just want to get this guy out. Okay, other Sylveon is gone. Damn. Okay, I might as well evolve then. Sure. We have a high... I think a 50-50 chance to get an Altaria. Either that or Giratina. Now Altaria. Swablu, perfect. Okay. So now we can finally do this. Thank you. This took so long. Alright, this is pretty good. So once we get Altaria out, he's only gonna be doing... He's gonna do 100. He's gonna do 100 or 70s around there. It's depending on if he can kill this Sylveon. But most likely not. So... Fairy Wind. Next turn, if he does try to retreat with Chandelure, we have Cyrus. Interesting, he does Lily. So in this scenario, if you can get a Giratina, we have a 33% chance to get... Actually, it's guaranteed. Okay, GG. Yeah. So just do this. Perfect way to end the video. Dude, holy crap, man. This actually took a while to do for some reason. But... nice. But don't get me wrong, this deck is very fun. But you're gonna run into scenarios where you just get pretty bad RNG. It happens with every deck. I mean, Solgaleo, a very fun deck. But I've had a lot of battles where I just can't get Solgaleo out. And my opponent just ends up sweeping me. But yeah, GG. Just subbing him in. Subbing Altaria in. Please don't surrender. 130. Perfect amount to just KO this. Might as well give Altaria a berry. Yeah. Good job finally getting out. Took a freaking struggle, but it worked out. There we go. GG. And yeah, that's pretty much Mega Altaria EX in a nutshell. And yeah, that's the Mega Altaria EX deck showcase. Overall, a ton of fun if you can get good RNG, because if you can't get this guy out, then yeah, you're gonna pretty much suffer. But at the same time, I mean, this deck is pretty nice because you can just lead with Sylveon as well as Giratina, just maximizing them, and then towards the middle to late game, Mega Altaria. On the other hand, depending on your setup, this guy can be super dominating towards your early game, especially if you go second, then your second turn, and do 130 damage, just one-shotting most of your opponent's early game Pokemon. But again, the main downside is that it really is up to your RNG. If you can't get all the cards that you need out, then you're really gonna struggle, which is why if you want, you could add Iono to this deck. I feel like Iono might help you up a little bit, especially after using Sylveon EX. Also, you could use this new trainer card right here. It's Lucia, amazing when it comes to just getting basic Pokemon out. Put 2 random basic Pokemon with 50 HP or less from your deck into your hand. Most of our basics are around 50 or less HP. So we got the Swablues, the Eevees. The only thing that's really not is Giratina EX. And with that being said, I mean, I feel like when it comes to priority, you want to get either Swablu or Eevee EX out as fast as possible. Giratina is good, but not really the main focus of this deck. Overall, I'd probably rate this deck A tier. The solid A, not as bad, but compared to Mega Blaziken, I feel like Mega Blaziken is a lot better. And yeah, that's pretty much the video, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe because I really do like doing this. And I'll see you guys on my next one. Peace.